We are in third period at the moment. We're going over number 5, the first page on the back. And I am asking you to help me find the domains. So I have double labeled my sticky notes. I have positive infinity here, negative infinity here. I wrote domain on this side, but then I also wrote domain on the back so that when we find the edges of the graph, I know that those vertical lines I'm looking at represent the domain. So class, can you tell me what my two numbers are?
5.
No, it's not 5.
It's 2.
-3.
-3 and 2. So the majority of the class see the two numbers. It's always one that tries to ruin it. And here we go. Draw a line through this, and we get -3 and -2. Who can tell me how I know that -3 is the number I am going to use for domain?
The negative domain and then fold it where it reaches.
Okay, so when I folded it and I drew my line, how do I know that that's the number I need?
Because it's the farthest.
That's what the line crosses.
That is exactly what my line crossed. It went through that number, so it tells me to use that number. That's what a lot of you are confused about. How do you know which number to use? Well, when I fold it and I draw my line and I release it, what number did that line cross through? -3. So that is what I use to write my domain. So now let's come down here and write it. What's the first thing I write? -3. What is the next thing I write? Less than. Good. Now my question is, do I need a line under this less than symbol?
Yes.
Why?
Because it's solid.
It's solid. Okay, let me make a little side note right here. Someone is playing at 2:20 with hair. All right, so I do need a line under it, and I need a line under it. Let me straighten this up so that it's not slanted, and I don't want you guys to think that's the way you write it. That's better. Okay, and then what goes after that? X. And what goes after that? Less than. Now, do I need to put another line under this one? Why not?
Because
It's an open circle at the number 2.
And then you write 2.
And so we are now complete with the domain. Now let's do the range. So I'm going to put my sticky note back. And so this is my positive infinity, this is my negative infinity. So I'm going to fold. Can you tell me where the edges of the graph are going to be? Okay, so everybody's shouting 2. Now, the next one is confusing. I don't know if I should go to -5 or if I should go to -4.
-4. That's 5. Because the dot is 5.
So, what does edge of the graph mean? Look for the point or go to the very, very bottom? Ah, so if I go to the very bottom, is that 4? -4? That's -5. So I want you guys to be careful with this lesson. It's not about find the dot and draw the line. It's find the edge and draw the line. So this is -5 that I need to circle.
So for the domain, you go to the edge and then you go to
Yes, that is correct. For the domain, I go to the far left and then the far right for the range, all the way up, all the way down.
So we go left, right, and then up there.
That's right. Because that's what the x-axis, that's what it does. The x-axis goes left and right. The y-axis, it goes up and down, but it goes up and down like this. It goes up and, this is the y-axis. It goes up and down like that. The x-axis will move like this. Just like the lines on this paper. That's the x-axis. This is the y-axis. Okay, so now let's find the range. I have 2 questions. Yes.
So would the first range be 2?
With the first,
Yeah.
with the first number for the range be 2?
Yes.
That's a good question.
Is it negative?
You tell me. What number do you put first? The smallest number. What's the smallest number of the two?
-5.
-5. Now, for -5, I need to draw a less than sign. Can you tell me if it has a line under it? Why not?
Because it's open.
Open. Okay, what do I write next?
Y.
What do I put next? Do I need a line under that?
Yes. Because
Why?
Because it's curved.
It's a solid curved line. There are no holes there. And then what do I write? 2. Good job, third period.